about to enter our wetland. Okay, so right here. And I just remembered something. Did you remember the little plant I showed you that was called stinging nettle?
Yeah.
Remember I said it burns? Well, I've been told that gopher tortoises like to eat them. I don't know how they do it. I guess they like to eat it. No, I guess it doesn't hurt them. You know how we like to eat hot peppers? Maybe it's like that. I don't know. All right. What we're going to do next is we're going to go to our wetland. I'm going to talk about that air potato, and then we're going to see our wetland. So here we go. Please stay right on. If you step out, we do have some plants that have little prickly things on, and so I don't want you guys to get prickly on. So let's just keep walking. Stay on the path. Here we go. Calling. Okay. Yep. That's good. That's a good spot. Nope. That's just a bunch of stuff right there. Someone threw back there. We've got lots of different animals. We've got birds and squirrels and turtles and lizards and everything. All right, we're standing here. Look up in here. You see all this all these dead vines, right? That was that air potato. Remember I said it's invasive and it just comes and takes over? Well, it took over. It took over this whole place. So before, this was all green because all of that air potato vine was all over the ground, all the way up and covering the trees. Why would it be bad if they cover our trees? Why would that be bad?
Because the trees need carbon dioxide to live.
They need carbon dioxide to live. What else do trees need? They give us oxygen, that's right. So we want them to keep doing that. What else do trees need to grow? Need what?
Sunlight.
All right. Sunlight, right? They need sunlight. All right. So if it was covering the trees and the tree wouldn't get as much sunlight as it needs, then maybe the tree would die, right? So that was why we came in and we've decided that we are cleaning this place up to start restoring it. So can you see that right there, how it's hanging? What we did was we came in and cut it so that it'll all die. And then we did that all over the place, and now there's just that, and the sun can get through, and we're good to go. Okay? Yep.
There's a lake or something.
Yep, we're actually going to be looking at that right now. Keep coming this way. What? This way. There's water here. This is
No,
that would be cool.
There's a log. Oh, it is an alligator. I think there might be something way out there.
So far, I don't see an alligator.
No, right there. Oh, it's a bird.
Oh, hey, pretty bird.
No, there's an
I can't tell what that is. Don't know if it's like a reddish egret or a tricolored heron. Can't really tell. All right, are we ready here? We can all see? Okay, this is that wetland I was telling you about when we stopped first at that water and I said behind the trees would be the wetland. So all that water is coming from, most of it is coming from our parking lot. Look at all these trees in this wetland here. We've got willow trees, we've got buttonbush, lots of trees. And what do you think they're doing for this water? They are cleaning it even more, that's right. So that we can have our beautiful wildlife like this bird here, and we have turtles and all different animals in there, and that's important to us. So that bird right there is stalking its prey. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, this was dry. Just before, you remember before it rained, when it was really dry for a long time, there was not any water in here. It was dry. Now we just got some rain in it, so it finally filled up, and so everybody's happy now. But do you know why there was no water in there? Why was that? Because we had the drought, that's right. So it's very important that we all conserve water here, because water we use for so many different things, but we also have to share it with the wildlife and everything, right? And so even though this looks like a lot of water right now, we still have a drought. We're still in a drought, so we still have to conserve water all the time. So that's why what we thought about is that we could use that water that we had in the toilets and we flushed it, and we could re-clean it so that we're conserving that water and using it 2 different times instead of just once, right? And also we have this wetland back here, and we want to make sure that it stays healthy. So we have we try to just get rid of any invasive plants and just keep these nice natural ones. And do you see the plant right there that has all those weird flowers? They have little circle, little balls, the flowers. Butterflies love those. They love them, love them. Okay, here we go. As you guys are coming this way, make sure you look at this. This right here is a big old air potato. And that right there is one of its little, I don't know, it's tuber type things. And that right there could turn into another air potato vine. So it's a big one hanging. Once you see it, take 10 steps that way. See that big one right there? That's a big air potato. So can you see why they call it air potato? Yeah, because it sort of looks like a potato, but you can't eat it. Right here. You can stop until you see it, and then you can keep walking. Okay? That's a big air potato.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
That's the air potato.
Those at my house.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to see smaller ones right here. So just walk by, look up here. There are smaller ones. They start out really tiny, these little tubers along the vine. And even when they're this big, these little potato things, they can turn into a new plant. So that's why they're such trouble, because they grow a lot of these things and they fall off and they turn into a new air potato plant. So what I tell people is if you see any of these, pick it up and throw it in the trash because they're bad. And if you have them in your backyard, get rid of them. Yep.
How did they get here?
They got here, I've been told that people introduce them as a possible food item, like to eat, like a potato. But I think that maybe what they did was they brought in the wrong type that you can't eat. That's what I've heard. I don't know for sure. But I know that they're invasive and that we don't want them anymore. So here we go. Okay, we're going to another habitat. It's got a lot of pine needles. Okay, there's even more as we go that way. And what I want you to be doing is always watching where you're walking, but also look up and let me know if you see any birds or anything like that. Because we have a lot of birds back here and they really like to sit in the pine trees. And do you see this dead tree behind me? What do you see? Lots of what on it? Nope. What do you see on in this dead tree?
I see there's these black.
There are little holes in there. And who do you guys think made those holes? Bugs? No. Woodpeckers, that's right. So let me know if you see any. And we keep that up there because even dead trees are good for wildlife. They like to sit up there, and the woodpeckers like to get their food out of there because they're insects. So just keep your eyes up as we go. Here we go. Careful where you're walking, though. It gets a little crazy. See how it's different now? Do you see all these? Now it's all pine trees. So we keep going to different places. We're going to keep walking and we'll get away from some of these mosquitoes. Here we go.